Hello students, today we will continue our revision video of second lesson, so many kinds of animals. Let's start. See children, you can observe many animals on this slide. You can see tiger, zebra, bear, giraffe, ostrich, and here you can see many birds: eagle, sparrow, owl, pigeon, peacock, kingfisher, cock, and here fish, octopus. Okay, it means I hope you have understood or you can see the difference between these animals. Let us see more about them. See, a place where an animal lives is called its habitat, and these types of animals are divided according to their habitat. Number 1, land. Number 2, water. And number 3, sky. Okay, now we will learn about the animals who lives in the air. Okay, now see, animals those fly in the sky, they are called aerial animals. Okay, so in this picture, which animals are aerial animals? First one is, you can see, land animals. Second one is birds, and third one is water animals. So birds are belongs to aerial animals. So let us learn characters of birds. Birds are characterized by feathers, toothless beak, jaws, laying eggs, strong strong lightweight skeleton. Birds don't have teeth and they have lightweight body because they have to fly. See, now how we can characterize birds. Have feathers, toothless beak, jaws. As you can see, birds' body covered with the feathers, which keep them warm, and they don't have teeth. You can observe they have beak to eat their food, but they don't have teeth. Birds lay eggs to reproduce. Okay, and strong lightweight skeleton. As I told you, birds fly in the air or fly in the sky. So for that reason, they have strong but lightweight skeleton. Means not that much weight. They do birds. Have you ever seen that birds are overweight? Birds are very fat. So birds have lightweight body skeleton. Okay, because why they have lightweight skeleton? Because they have to fly. The ostrich bird cannot fly because it is very big and heavy. There are some flightless birds like penguin. Some birds are aquatic, means live in water, like duck. They have webbed feet for swimming. See children, we learn about the duck in previous video. Here again we will revise it. See, as I told you, birds have lightweight body because they have to fly in the sky. And you know, the ostrich bird cannot fly. Means ostrich bird is a bird but which cannot fly. Flightless bird. Why it is flightless bird? Because it is very big and heavy. As I told you, birds are having lightweight body because they have to fly. But ostrich is very heavy bird. That is why it cannot fly. Okay. Its wings cannot hold its weight. That is why ostrich is a flightless bird. There are some more flightless bird like penguin. Okay, and some penguin is a bird which cannot fly, and ostrich also a bird which cannot fly. Now some birds are aquatic, means live in water. For example, a duck is there, swan is there, and you know what? See, they don't fly. The duck lives in water, okay, but it cannot fly. But it has webbed leg which helps it to swim in the water. Okay, so understood? Flightless bird and birds which are live in water like swan and duck. They have webbed feet which helps them to swim. Some birds fly very high in the sky like eagle. Some can't fly that much high and they come down very soon like cock. Sorry. See children, some birds fly in the sky very high like eagle, and there are some birds which cannot fly that much high in the sky. They will come down very soon, means very early, like cock, hen. These are the birds which can fly, but they can't fly very high. They tried, means like compound wall. They can fly that much high only, and very soon, very early, they will come down. And the eagle, which can fly very high for long time in the sky. Now, butterflies have wings, but we don't call them birds. They are called insects. They are smaller than birds and they have 6 legs. Means animals which have 6 legs are called insects like mosquitoes, houseflies, cockroaches. See children, you can see in the garden, in our school garden also, there are many butterflies. They have wings, but we don't call birds. We don't call them birds. Why? Because they have wings to fly and they have 6 legs and they are smaller than birds. Okay, it means the animals which have 6 legs, they are called insects. That is why we don't call we don't call butterflies birds. We call them insects. Okay, and more examples of insects are mosquitoes, houseflies, cockroaches. Okay, now water animals. First, observe this picture and read the names. Okay, angelfish, catfish, tuna, codfish, octopus, whale, shark, lobster, crocodile, oyster, crab, sea lion, sea turtle, jellyfish, eel, dolphin. Where do these animals live? In water. So let us learn more about water animals. Water animals. There are different animals in water. They are called water animals or aquatic animals. Means the animals which live in only water, they are called water animals or aquatic animals. For example, These many examples are there. Okay. Now, fish is a water animal. Fish lives in water. That is why it is an aquatic animal. Fish have fins for swimming and gills for breathing. They have scales on their body. You can see, children, this is a picture of fish. Fish lives in water. As we learned in previous video, how animals move on the land, in water, or in the air. So see, this is a water animal, and fish have fin, as you can see in the picture. These fins help fish to swim, and fish have a separate organ or a different organ to breathe in the water, that is called gills. And fish have scales on their body, and this tail helps to change the direction like birds to fish also. Okay, that is why tail is also important for fish. Now next, see, now water animals can divided into salty and freshwater animals. Okay, salty means the animals which live in sea, oceans, and freshwater animals means the animals which live in like a river, water, pond. Okay, so we can divide them. We can divide water animals into two groups, that is salty water, and next one is freshwater animals. Animals like whale, shark, starfish, turtle live in salty water. Okay, see this. So which are the salty water animals? Whale, shark, sea turtle. These are the salty water animals. Now the freshwater animals, katla, lapio, piranha. These fish found in fresh water like lakes and river. Okay, understood? Salty water animals and freshwater animals. These are the some fish, for some example of fish which live in salty water or which found in fresh water. Okay. Now, animals like frogs and toads live on the land. However, they need water for laying their eggs. Frogs have webbed feet for swimming. Frogs are amphibian. Okay. Animals like frogs and toads live on the land, but they need water. Why they need water? They need water for laying their eggs. Okay, in previous lesson we learned how frog move one place to another place. See, frog is having hind leg, means back legs long. That is why frog can hop or jump for move one place to another place. And frogs are having webbed legs like duck. Okay, so these web legs helps it to swim. Frogs are amphibians. Now what are amphibians? Let us learn about amphibians. See, these are the characteristics of amphibians. They are cold-blooded. They breathe with the gills in water and breathe with lungs on land. Means amphibian means what? Animals like frogs and toads live on the land, but they can live in water as well. Okay, for laying eggs, these amphibians means frog, they need water. It means amphibians can live on the land as well as in water. So amphibians are cold-blooded animals. They breathe with their gills in the water, and they breathe with the lungs on the land. They have thin and smooth, moist skin like frog. You have observed that frog is having very thin and smooth skin. Lay soft eggs in the water, and these amphibians lay their eggs in the water, which are soft. Okay. Now, water animal completed. Then aerial animals completed. Another type of animal is land animals. Okay. And which animals are called land animals? Animals which are live on the land, they are called land animals. Now again we can divide land animals into two groups, pet animals and another one is wild animals. So what is mean by pet animals? Pet animals, animals which are kept at a home, like cat, dog, cow, buffalo, goat, etc. And wild animals means animals which are live in the forest, like lion, tiger, zebra. Understood? Animals, land animals, we can divide it into two groups. That is pet animal, which we kept at home, and wild animals, that animals which are live in the forest. These are the example of land animal and land animals. We divided it into pet animals and wild animals. But how do they move? Let us learn about them. Movement of land animals. Some land animals move by walking or by running, like cow, cat, dog, lion. Yes, some land animals move by walking or running. Okay, and why they move? In search of food, water, and shelter. Some animals, some land animals like house lizard and snakes crawl. They have scales on their body. They are called reptiles. See children, some land animals, this point also we have learned in previous lesson. I have explained it before. Again I am telling you. Again I am going to explain it. Okay. Some land animals like house lizard have scales on their body, and they have four legs, but their four legs are very short, so they cannot walk like cat or cow. They have to they have to crawl because their legs are very short. You have maybe you have observed house lizard in your house, how it crawl on the wall. Okay. And this type of animals which have scales on their body, which have short legs, they are called, and and which crawl, they are called reptiles. Okay. You can see the crocodile also. Crocodile, it is also having short legs. It cannot walk like cow, dog, lion, and it also has scales on its body. It means crocodile also is an example of reptile. Okay. Snake also, but snake doesn't have any leg. Okay. So snake also have scales on its body. It means snake is also example of reptile. Now children, you have observed that the young one of some animals like cow, dog, goat, rat grow up on their mother's milk. We human beings also, when we are very small, that time we can't eat anything because we don't have teeth when we are a newborn baby, at least 6 7 months. Okay, that time we also depend on our mother's milk. So these are the some animals which grow up on their mother's milk, like cow, dog, goat, rat, human beings. These animals have four legs, means dog, goat, cat. These animals have four legs, but human beings have two legs. Okay. They have hair on their body, they have external ears, and they are called mammals. See, children, the animals which have hair on their body and they have external ears and their young ones grow up on their milk, on their mother's milk. Okay, they are called mammals. So, cow is a mammal, dog is a mammal, goat is a mammal, rat is a mammal, and you have observed that we, the human beings, also depend on our mother's milk to grow up when we are very small, as well as we also have the external ears, we also have hair on our body. It means human being also an example of mammal. Okay, these are the some animals which are the example of mammals. You can see they have hair on their body, they have external ears, and their young ones are depend on mother's milk. Okay, it means they are mammals. See, children, this is a picture of bat. You can see bats have wings, but it doesn't have feathers on their body. Young ones of bats feed on their mother's milk. See, you can see in this picture, this is a picture of bat. It has wing, but it doesn't have feathers on its body. And you know what? Its young ones are depend on mother's milk. It means, and you can see it, it is also having external ears. Birds, have you ever seen a bird which is having ears? No. But bat is a one kind of animal which have wings and which doesn't have feathers on its body. It has external ears and its young ones are depend on mother's milk. It means it is an example of mammal. Okay. Now, students, we learn about animals, but in these all animals, some are useful and some are troublesome. Some animals are very useful for us, and some animals create problem for us. So let us learn about them. Useful animals. Some animals helps us in many ways, like dog. Dog help us to guard our house. Cow and buffalo. Cow and buffalo gives us milk. Horse and donkeys. These animals carry heavy loads. These animals help us to carry loads one place to another place, and one bullocks also. Bullocks helps us in a farm work, as well as they also hitch to a cart, means they also help to carry the load one place to another place. Means these are the animals which help us or which are very useful for us. Okay, and what about troublesome animals? Now we will read about them. Some animals enter in a house, but we don't want them in a house. Why we don't want them in a house? So which are the animals which, who enter in a house but we don't want them in a house? They are like mice or rats or mosquitoes. Why we don't want mice or rats in a house? Because these animals destroy stored grains, like mice and rats. Whichever stored grains are there, they destroy them. They gnaw the things like clothes, paper. You can see if mice are there in your house, they gnaw your clothes and your important papers also. They destroy the grains also. That is why we don't want rats or mice in a house. Mosquitoes or bed bugs. These are the animals or these are the insects which suck our blood, okay, as well as they spread some diseases, okay. That is why we don't want them in our house. Cockroaches also, these are the nuisance animals. Nuisance means which create problem for us, which are troublesome, okay. These are some troublesome animals. So understood children, useful animals and troublesome animals? Very good. So take care. Bye.